It's time for our next data structure, hash tables. Hash tables, or hash maps, maps, unordered maps, dictionaries, objects, there are many ways to call this data structure. And different languages have different names for it and slight variations on the hash tables. Objects, for example, in JavaScript, are a type of hash table. The reason I'm starting the course with arrays and objects, or hash tables, is because these two are the most common interview questions. You're going to use them in any coding question. Me personally, I have yet to be part of an interview that you didn't have to know these. They are an absolute must. Now, luckily for us, pretty much every language has a built-in hash table, just like arrays. In Python, they're called dictionaries. JavaScript, as we said, are objects. Java has maps, and Ruby has hashes. And hash tables are very important all across computer science. You see them a lot in databases, in caches, and they're extremely useful. So what are they? And also, you may be wondering, what does the name hash table mean? Where did this name come from? Well, let's look at an example. Imagine you're going grocery shopping, and you have an object here, basket, and you want to add grapes as the property of the basket object. Again, we're using JavaScript syntax, but this should look familiar to you. So we want to set that basket.grapes is going to equal 10,000. We're buying 10,000 grapes because you can never have too many grapes. Now, first off, thinking about how we would store this with arrays, it would be a little bit more difficult, right? In an array, we have an index that's numbered and a value. With a hash table or an object, we get to set a key, which is grapes, and a value. So we get to set a key-value pair. So right away, we see some benefits in here. Now, a way a hash table works is we have the key, which is grapes. And this key is used as the index of where to find the value in memory. Remember, with arrays, we had the index, which was the number. But with hash tables, we use grapes as a way to find it in our memory shelf. This is done this way, with something called a hash function. But for now, we'll just assume this is a black box. We don't know what's going on here. All that's going to happen is we're going to pass grapes into this black box. This black box is going to do some magic, and out of it comes a key into an index where we want to store this value. So now our 1,000 grapes can be stored in this memory address, 711. And technically, it actually stores both grapes, the key, and the value of 10,000. Here, I've just simplified it to 10,000, just so it's a little bit cleaner. But keep in mind that it's going to store both key and value, and I'll show you a diagram showing this later on. So this black box over here gets to decide where to put the data on our memory in our computers. But you might be wondering, what is this thing? And why does it get to decide where to put all this information? For that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.